Let's watch mom gets caught selling her baby for $500. Me personally, that's a little too low. A little higher, 600.
She said, if you give me $500 right now, you can have. I said, have what? She said, have her. And she put her down in the leaves.
What? No, I would never sell my child.
And she said, no, I don't need help. I just don't want the bastard.
Well,
My child is my life. I never, ever hurt my baby.
And I'm like, is she crazy?
In March 2024, a woman walks into a police station with an 18-month-old girl and a shocking claim. The child's mother tried to sell her own baby, and when that didn't work, abandoned her entirely. What sounds like an open and shut case takes a twisted turn when the mother accuses the woman of orchestrating a plot to steal her baby. The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. On the afternoon of March 5th, 2024, a woman comes into the Palatka, Florida Police Department with an 18-month-old baby on her shoulder and an extraordinary story.
To bring her some clothes, diapers over, but we didn't. I was going to wipe her off, but we didn't want to wipe her off in case she had to take pictures of her because she's okay. Don't cry, sweetie. Because she don't deserve it.
I'll come in there. I'll come sit with you.
Well, I'll come sit with you. All right. I called DCF to John, and he is on. He's going to be calling me back.
Thank you so much for doing this. I know that this is way outside of what
I'm a mom first.
I understand.
The woman is an employee at H&R Block, and she says she was getting ready to close last night when a client named Jessica came in with her baby daughter.
Both of them had no shoes on. Her and Jessica walked in, and she asked me could I give her a new Emerald card because her taxes had dropped, and she left it somewhere or something happened with it. So I got ready to put her stuff in, and I noticed the baby had took her diaper off. And she was like pointing at her private, like it was irritating her or something. So I was like, oh, maybe it's the diaper, you know, kids get irritated or whatever. And she was like, she's not going to do that because I only have one diaper for her. So she put the diaper back on her. And it wouldn't the sticky side of the diaper, it wouldn't stick no more. So she like hit her. And was like, you just stupid. You shouldn't be there. And I was like,
yo. She hit a fucking 18-month-old? Dude, prison from that point. Fuck, dude, what the hell?
So I called the police.
She says she waited until police arrived and then went home for the night, unaware that her involvement with this woman was far from over.
This morning, I came 7 a.m. The mom, Jessica, was laying on the AC unit. And she was in a Dollar General's buggy. And it was drizzling. She was asleep and the baby was in there hollering. Well, I said, do you need help? Like, do you need me to call DCF so they can help you? And she said, no, don't worry about it. And she snatched her daughter out the top part and snapped her in the bottom part.
What?
The woman says that Jessica left at that point. Not long after, someone at a nearby restaurant calls the police to complain about a woman and her baby walking around asking for food. The responding officer finds Jessica inside, annoyed that someone reported her.
Because they were worried about the baby.
Because she's throwing a tantrum.
No, well, more they wanted to make sure the baby was okay and that you were okay.
I'm fine. I'm trying to find emergency housing.
So are they like homeless? Dude, as someone who's like been through homeless situations before, that fucking sucks, man. But like, what the fuck is going on?
What are you going through right now?
I'm going through a lot.
Like as far as housing, why are you looking for emergency housing?
Because I had a boyfriend who used to beat the out of me and I don't want it around my kid. If you can please help me in any way.
Well, okay, so I've got our victim's advocate coming out. She's going to talk to you. She's going to bring some stuff for the baby.
Where?
He does not look all there right here.
You know, just because the baby cries doesn't mean that they're in trouble. No. I'm sure you have kids.
I do. I have a son and a stepdaughter.
I can't even believe this. Is that rescue for my child?
No. They're going to a different call.
The victim's advocate arrives with her assistance, but Jessica is wary of their motives.
No, y'all making me feel great.
Oh, no, okay.
This is the victim's advocate that told you I had come.
No, y'all really making me feel great, and I got more y'all.
No, we have a bunch of stuff for you and the baby.
Jessica settles enough to accept the help these women have brought for her, but she doesn't let her guard down entirely.
It's just right now, I'm needing They are probably trying to take her away from her.
I'm not taking her away from mommy.
But
Dude, you know what would be fucking crazy? Like plot twist wise? Is that that's not even her kid. Dude, I'm gonna be shocked, stunned out of my mind. If it's revealed, that's not even her kid, dude. Oh my god.
Jessica does wind up separated from her daughter, and according to the woman at the police station, it happened later that day.
She came back to our job. At this point, she's yelling at the customers in there to give her money.
What the
I
fuck?
said, ma'am, you gotta leave. Like you have to leave now. She said, oh, I'm not leaving. And then took her in the bathroom. When she left out there, I called the police. And she literally pushed the buggy in the road and laughed about it. And then hurry up and grab it. And I'm like, is she crazy?
Dude. What the fuck? The baby was in the buggy and she... Dude. Nah, she's actually like, what the fuck?
She says that although she gave the officer details about Jessica's behavior, she was told that it would come down to her word against the mother's, but it wouldn't be long before Jessica would return yet again, and this time she would come with a shocking offer.
She came back. I see her walking back towards our job. And she said, come here, because I trust you, come here. So I'm like, oh my God. I asked two of my coworkers to walk out with me because I don't know what's in somebody's mind. And as I walked over there, she said, if you give me $500 right now, you can have it.
What?
I said, have what? She said, have her. And she put her down in the leaves. And I said, are you serious? At this time, the baby got up and she was getting ready to walk in the road. And I grabbed the baby and I picked her up and I said, I'm not giving you no money. She said, well, just have her because it's just too much for me.
The woman's account nearly
Dude, some people just not have kids. This is actually so fucked up, man. Like, I get it. You're in a bad situation. You know, it's like $500 for a kid too. That's fucked up.
defies belief, but when the police speak to Jessica a couple of days later, they hear a story that could turn the entire case upside down.
I went and filed my taxes at H&R Block. While I was there, one of the members of my church filed my taxes for me. She asked me if she could keep my daughter overnight. She said she wanted to buy her some clothes. She know I just got out of abusive marriage, and I'm trying to get back on my feet.
And this was Monday or Tuesday?
No, she's only been gone for 2 days. Only 2 days.
Okay. Well, today's Thursday, so that would have make it, what, Tuesday night? Tuesday night, you tell me like approximately what time?
About
7 o'clock?
Yeah.
7 p.m.?
Yeah, 7 p.m.
Okay.
Jessica says that although she was reluctant at first, she ultimately agreed to hand her daughter over for the night.
I allowed her to take Gigi, and about an hour after that, I got a knock at the door from the police saying that I was banned from H&R Block. So I sent a text message, and I said, if you not produce my child, I'm going to call the police.
What's the worker that you go to church with? What's her name?
Her name's Crystal, but she's a black girl with the pink hair.
Jessica paints herself as a caring mother who was tricked into giving up her baby, which is a far cry from the story police heard at the station.
I said, do you need help?
Also, dude, this is the most bullshit fucking thing she could say, because there's literal like cam footage of her like looking all disheveled, look like she's on some fucking like drugs or something. It's like, dude, what the fuck is this, man?
Help? Again, I'm asking you, do you need help? And she said, no, I don't need help. I just don't want the bastard. And I said, okay. And I got the baby. I was crying. I walked across the street and I tried to wake her up. And I put her in my car and I told her she is going to be okay. This should not go on with a child.
You don't remember having a conversation about trying to sell Giovanna?
What?
I'm just...
No.
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 Okay.
I would never sell my child.
Okay.
No. I can't even believe that was even stated.
Top tier acting. Wow. Dude, I can't fucking believe this though. This is fucking wild. Like, what the fuck is going on, man? This is so wild.
My child is my life.
Not only is Jessica's story completely different, she tells the detectives that she knows exactly what's going on here.
To be honest with you, my sister, me and her have a very bad relationship. She has wanted my child. She's told lies to my entire family. I believe she sent Crystal to do that on purpose, because she laughed yesterday in my face and told me I was going to be in jail.
No shit! You tried to sell your fucking kid for $500! No shit! Oh my god, dude! What?
That just sounds petty, but it's true.
Oh my
What
god.
would be the reasoning they would do that?
Same reason she husband.
What?
At the police station, the woman does
Yo! What? Dude, this shit has layers. What the
express an
fuck?
interest in keeping the child, though it doesn't seem to come from a place of malice.
So would DCF?
I trust her. I trust this lady.
Probably not, but
I just don't want her to have to go through no system.
I'm just being honest with you. There might be a way. He might have to come out and look at your house, or he might. So we'll figure something out.
But as far as Jessica's concerned, there's no reason why her daughter can't be with her.
You know I don't
Arthur,
deserve to go
no.
to jail for this. I never, ever hurt my baby.
If you see her here, she hit her.
She fucking hit her!
It's right here.
Yeah,
You can see it. She
Oh
hit
my
her.
god. There's an actual fucking mark? Oh my god. They need to lock this fucking lady up, man! Oh my god.
So that was from last night?
So you can see
Going by the way, if any FBI agents watching me. Oh yeah.
right here, the bruise. She got dirt all in her nose.
She hit her in the
I'm
face?
sorry, I can't lose my child or my license.
Jessica was a licensed practical nurse, but her license was put on probationary status a year prior when she failed to notify the Board of Nursing that she pled no contest to a disorderly conduct charge. But the detectives are only concerned about Jessica's current story, which seems to have a couple of significant problems.
I allowed her to take Gigi, and about an hour after that, I got a knock at the door from the police saying that I was banned from H&R Block.
Jessica's stated timeline would put this at approximately 8 p.m. However,
Okay,
the
wait.
detectives know that she was
Wait. She said officers showed up to her place saying she was banned from H&R Block. First of all, I don't even think they fucking do that. Second, can't they, like, go to the police precinct? I'm assuming they're at the precinct, but can't they get in contact with the officers that she claimed to ban her from an H&R Block? Wouldn't there be, like, a log or something? Or maybe, like, the police chief you can talk to that, like, recorded that some of the shit, like, knows about this stuff? Like, what the fuck is even happening, man?
was banned from H&R Block at 11:30 in the morning.
She asked me if she could keep my daughter overnight.
That would make him, what, Tuesday night?
Tuesday night. Yeah.
Jessica says that Crystal took custody of the baby on Tuesday night, which would have been impossible given that the baby was sitting in the police department on Tuesday afternoon.
Ooh!
And what's this worker that you go to church with? What's her name?
Her name's Crystal.
But there's no one at H&R Block by the name of Crystal. The woman who brought her baby to the police station is named Anita, and she says that she only knows Jessica as a client.
Are y'all gonna let me go?
No, man. No, there is a warrant for your arrest.
Dude! Let's go!
I mean, you are under arrest.
In February 2025, Jessica Woods pled no contest to her charges and was convicted of 6 crimes against her child.
Whoa, wait. She's convicted of, wait, hang on. Illegally placing a child for adoption, unlawful desertion of child, aggravated child abuse, neglect. Why is there 2 cases of child abuse? This is probably because she tried to push her on the fucking road. And then this, just being an asshole? That's my guess. I don't know.
She was sentenced to 4 years in prison.
That's not enough. 10 years probation.
10 years of probation. According to the Palatka Police Department, her daughter has been placed in foster care.
No.
My problem is that my kid is getting worse and worse every.
Hang on. Shut the fuck up. We'll get to you in a second. Dude, 4 years? That is not nearly enough for the shit she tried to do. Hang on. Also, what's probation? Probation is a court-ordered period of supervision for someone convicted of a crime, allowing them to remain in the community instead of serving time in jail or prison under specific conditions and restrictions. Okay, so I'm assuming it basically means that, like, yeah, because it's probation versus parole. I know parole is like if you're already in jail. Right? That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, it's fucking Florida. Like, what do you expect? But like, right? Yeah. So, because parole is like you can get out early if you're in prison. Probation is, I guess, like they just keep an eye on you, if like to avoid going to prison for longer. And I'm assuming it's like when you're under probation, if you fuck up, you're just going to jail and like no questions asked. I'm assuming. Does anyone chat know? I don't know. That's what I'm assuming this is. But still, though, like 4 years jail time, 10 years probation, and the kid still went into foster care. That's fucked, man. I feel so bad for that baby. I wonder, they didn't go into it, obviously, and we probably won't be able to get like a follow-up or anything on this. I wonder what was the reason Anita couldn't take the baby, though. Maybe there was like certain like conditions, or like maybe it's just stuff around the case. Maybe like that just landed the kid in foster care no matter what. But either way, dude, that is fucking awful, man. Oh my god.